Duane Gish, biography, the debater who became the public face of creation science. Among the most recognizable figures in the history of modern creationism was Duane Gish. For more than 3 decades, Gish traveled across the United States and around the world defending young Earth creationism in public debates against scientists, professors, and advocates of evolutionary theory. To supporters, he was one of the movement's greatest communicators. To critics, he was one of its most controversial spokespersons. Either way, his impact on the creation-evolution debate was enormous. Duane Tolbert Gish was born on August 22, 1921 in White City, Kansas. Growing up during the Great Depression, he developed a strong work ethic and an interest in science. Unlike many later creationist leaders who became primarily from theological backgrounds, Gish pursued a career in scientific research. He earned degrees in chemistry and eventually completed a doctorate in biochemistry at the University of California, Berkeley. During his professional career, he conducted research in biochemistry and worked in scientific fields related to medicine and biology. His academic credentials would later play a significant role in his public ministry. Although Gish was trained as a scientist, he was also a committed Christian. Over time, he became convinced that evolutionary theory conflicted with a straightforward reading of the Bible, particularly the book of Genesis. He believed that God created life directly and that the earth's history was best understood through the framework of creation and Noah's flood. In the early 1970s, Gish joined the Institute of Creation Research, which had been founded by Henry M. Morris. The organization sought to promote scientific arguments supporting a young earth and biblical creation. While many creationist researchers focused on writing books and articles, Gish found his greatest influence on the debate stage. Beginning in the 1970s, he participated in hundreds of public debates with evolutionary biologists, geologists, anthropologists, and university professors. These debates often took place in college campuses and attracted large audiences. At a time when creationism rarely received mainstream academic attention, Gish became one of its most visible defenders. His speaking style was energetic, confident, and accessible. He had a talent for presenting scientific concepts in ways that non-specialists could understand. Audiences often appreciated his humor, quick thinking, and willingness to engage opponents directly. As the number of debates grew, Gish became something of a celebrity within creationist circles. Supporters packed auditoriums to hear him challenge evolutionary explanations of fossils, genetics, and the origin of life. One of his major themes was the fossil record. Gish argued that fossils showed evidence of abrupt appearance rather than gradual evolution. He also challenged theories regarding the chemical origin of life, claiming that natural processes could not adequately explain the complexity of living organisms. His debates frequently generated intense reactions. Supporters viewed him as a courageous defender of biblical truth, standing against powerful academic institutions. Critics argued that he misrepresented scientific evidence and relied on rhetorical techniques rather than sound scientific reasoning. One criticism became so well known that it produced a term still used today, the Gish Gallop. Critics coined the phrase to describe a debating strategy in which a speaker presents a large number of arguments or claims in rapid succession, making it difficult for opponents to address each point thoroughly within limited time. Whether viewed as an effective communication method or a debating flaw, the term became permanently associated with Gish's public appearances. Despite controversy, Gish's influence continued to grow. He authored numerous books and articles on creation science and became one of the movement's most recognizable figures. His work helped inspire a generation of creationist speakers, educators, and apologists. Throughout his career, Gish maintained a close association with other major creationist leaders, including Henry Morris and later figures who would carry the movement forward. His efforts contributed significantly to the growth of creationist organizations, conferences, and educational programs during the late 20th century. The scientific community overwhelmingly rejected Gish's conclusions, arguing that evidence from biology, geology, genetics, and paleontology strongly supports evolutionary theory on an ancient Earth. Nevertheless, Gish remained committed to his position and continued debating and speaking for decades. Duane Gish retired from active public ministry in his later years, but remained respected among creationists for his tireless advocacy. He passed away on March 5, 2013, at the age of 91. Today, Duane Gish is remembered as one of the most influential public advocates of creation science in modern history. More than a researcher or author, he was a communicator. He brought the creation-evolution debate before thousands of audiences. Whether admired as a defender of Genesis or criticized as a controversial opponent of mainstream science, his role in shaping public discussions about origins remains significant and enduring.